Have you ever looked at a garden and thought that the plant climbing the fence could be a true force? Not just a pretty leaf or a flower bed for the neighbors, but a living, dense, powerful energy capable of feeding an entire family while surviving where other crops fail? I'm talking about the bean, which doesn't just grow and bloom. It carries within it an ancient history, secrets of survival, and incredible strength that a modern gardener can hardly imagine. This vine isn't a fickle, exotic novelty. It's not just for show. It grows boldly, daringly, its leaves large as if to embrace the entire world, its flowers scarlet like nature screaming, and even hummingbirds cannot resist. But what makes it truly unique is hidden inside, in the pods, in their density, in their ability to nourish, as if nature itself decided to create the perfect source of protein and strength, then hid it under green leaves, so that humans would have to earn it. You've seen it every day, even if you didn't notice. It quietly climbs pergolas, winds around fences, reaches for the sun, as if knowing its destiny is to be more than just decoration. And here's the strange thing. For centuries, people considered it exactly that, decorative. Few realized that in front of them was actually one of the oldest and most nutritious sources of protein in the Americas, used by the Aztecs, the Maya, and other civilizations long before Europeans set foot on this continent. This bean is not just a pod. It was part of a system where corn provided the foundation, squash protected the soil, and beans climbed to the sky, uniting everything into a harmonious trio. It didn't just provide food, it built an ecosystem, enriched the soil, supplied protein, nourished, preserved strength, and sustained life. Without it, the entire ancient diet would be incomplete, and its protein and resilience made it indispensable. When Europeans first saw it, they admired its beauty, but didn't grasp its value. They took seeds to England, where the plant thrived, grew, and bloomed, but proved too inconvenient for the mechanical logic of their gardens. It required supports, height, time, and instead of feeding people, it became decoration. Bright, impressive, but devoid of meaning. Here lies the paradox. The strongest, most nutritious, and resilient bean was forgotten for the sake of beauty and convenience. But if you look inside its seeds, it becomes clear that it was never just a pretty vine. These beans are a true energy machine. Each one contains protein that can replace meat, minerals that support health, and unique antioxidants now valued more than gold. It survives in cold soil, endures frosts, grows in harsh conditions where ordinary beans perish, and remains nutritious, filling, and delicious. And here's what's truly fascinating. It can be eaten in many ways. Young pods are tender and sweet, almost like green peas, while mature ones are large beans that can be dried, stored, and cooked as a main dish in winter. It can give 3 types of harvest from a single plant: flowers, pods, and dry beans, each a treasure trove of nutrients. Do you see the strength of this bean? It doesn't just provide food, it makes humans interact with the plant. It doesn't grow low and neat, nor does it conform to conveyor belt logic or machinery. It demands attention, care, and time. And that's why modern agriculture almost forgot it. Too inconvenient, too wild, too alive. But for those who know how to work with it, this plant can become a source of energy, flavor, and strength for years to come. You might be thinking, okay, beautiful, strong bean, but why does it matter? The answer is simple. Because this bean is a key to a long-lost part of our history, to knowledge almost entirely erased by industry and convenience. It provides not just food, it offers insight into how gardens and kitchens could have looked if people had chosen true benefit and nourishment over mere ease. And if you're ready to see the power of a plant almost forgotten, and understand why its place is not just on a trellis in the garden, but also on your plate, then get ready. We will dive into the roots, examine the seeds, their strength, and the incredible story of this bean that could change our perception of what complete food means, and show that true power is sometimes hidden where we're used to seeing only beauty. Because this vine is not just a plant, it is a living piece of history, a hidden treasure waiting for us to finally discover it. And those who meet it today will realize that the true power of food has never been lost. It was just forgotten to be appreciated. Imagine standing on the high slopes of the mountains in Central America, where the air is cool and humid, and watching this bean climb toward the sky, gripping every cornstalk, winding around everything, growing as if reaching for the sun. Every movement of the vine seems alive, and if you look closely, you realize it doesn't grow for beauty. It grows for strength. Its leaves are broad and dense, its flowers scarlet like fire, and the beans inside the pods contain everything a person needs for energy, endurance, and nourishment that ordinary vegetables or store-bought beans simply cannot provide. This bean was created by ancient civilizations as the perfect source of protein and stamina. The Aztecs called it aocat and used it not only as food, but as part of the complex milpa system. Corn provided vertical support, squash covered the ground, retaining moisture, and beans climbed upward, fixing nitrogen in the soil and supplying families with protein in an environment where every calorie counted. It was not just food, it was a marvel of engineering, nature, and humans working together for survival. But that's not all. Young bean pods can be harvested and eaten like sweet green peas. They are tender, juicy, and effortlessly turn into a dish full of flavor. Mature beans, once dried and cooked, become a real energy source, far more sustaining than the familiar foods we place on our plates today. Each bean is a concentrated packet of nutrients, surviving the harsh conditions of the mountains, enduring cold, drought, and disease, yet retaining flavor, density, and strength. This bean is like a three-tiered resource. First the flowers, which can be eaten, then the young pods, then the mature seeds. Every part of the plant has its purpose, and each provides unique nutritional benefits. You travel to the mountains and see the vine wrapping around the corn, with a field of squash spreading around it, and you realize this was a system designed so that people could survive without losing flavor or energy. The secret of its power is in the seeds. They are large, dense, nearly twice the size of ordinary beans, and each is a small capsule of protein and minerals that support the heart, muscles, and immune system. It can sprout in cold soil, withstand unpredictable temperatures, and preserve its seeds for future harvests, when other plants have already perished. This plant is a living example of nature's ability to create food that survives and gives strength if we are willing to engage with it correctly. And here's what makes it unique for a modern gardener, or anyone who wants to use it: to harvest it. You don't just wait for the pods to appear. You need to observe it, help it climb, guide its growth, and collect the fruits at the right moment. It demands participation, but rewards incredibly. Young pods are sweet and tender. Mature seeds are filling and nutritious, and the flowers can be used to decorate dishes or in culinary experiments. There is something almost magical about this plant. It combines three elements at once: flavor, strength, and resilience. It teaches us that food doesn't have to be merely convenient or beautiful. It can be alive, powerful, and multi-layered, like this vine. It holds thousands of years of history, the strength of ancient civilizations, and anyone who chooses to work with it can literally feel how the Aztecs understood the connection between the earth, the plant, and life energy. This is what makes it an almost forgotten wonder. It doesn't just grow in gardens as decoration. It waits for those ready to understand its power and potential, who are prepared to discover the flavor, nourishment, and energy that ordinary beans will never provide. It is perennial, resilient, beautiful, and incredibly nutritious. Every bean, pod, and flower is a small treasure that can once again become part of our diet and change our understanding of real food. When you stand next to this vine, see its power, and realize that beneath the green leaves lie seeds capable of feeding, nourishing, and giving strength to those willing to engage with it, you begin to understand. The true power of food has never been lost. It was simply forgotten. And for those who dare to get to know this bean, they are opening not just a plant, but an entire world of strength, flavor, and history waiting to be discovered.